Good morning friends. Today we will discuss about the gastric digestion from BSc third year class, paper number 2nd, mammalian physiology and endocrinology. Digestion is the process of mechanical and enzymatically breaking down food into substance for absorption into the bloodstream and transported to the body organs. Digestion, second definition, is the breakdown of large insoluble food molecules into smaller water soluble food molecules. Digestion is often broken down into two types. First type of digestion, it is called as mechanical digestion. Second type of digestion, it is called as chemical digestion. In type 1 mechanical digestion, food is physically broken down of large pieces of food molecule into the smaller pieces by chewing. The second type of digestion is chemical digestion. In this step, food is broken down by acids and enzymes. Enzymes broken down food into the smaller molecules into its basic units. Digestion in the mouth. Digestion begins even before the food enters the mouth. The smell or even the thought of food start the production of the saliva by the salivary glands. Once the food is inside the mouth, it is moistened by saliva and the teeth and tongue begins the process of mechanical digestion. In mouth, chemical digestion start. Saliva contains an enzyme called as salivary amylase. Saliva contains an digestive enzyme called as salivary amylase, and these salivary amylase mainly breaks starch, and this saliva also contains mucus that helps ease of passage of food through the digestive system. Saliva mainly contains two digestive agents. It contains two digestive enzymes. They are ptyalin and maltase. Salivary amylase mainly contains two digestive enzymes, ptyalin and maltase. These ptyalin act on starch. And starch is converted into maltose. On these maltose, maltase enzyme acts. And maltose is converted into glucose. This ptyalin enzyme present in salivary amylase acts on starch converted into maltose. This maltase acts on maltose and converted into glucose. When mastication and amylase digestion are complete, the food will have become a small rounded structure, and this structure is known as bolus. And such bolus enter into the stomach. Here peristaltic waves. These peristaltic waves is called as slow contraction of smooth muscles around the pipe of the digestive system. Slow waves of contraction runs along the gut, pushing the bolus along in the right direction away from the mouth and towards the anus. Gastric digestion Next part is gastric digestion. Gastric digestion present in stomach, so it is called as gastric digestion. Gastric digestion present in the stomach, so it is called as gastric digestion. In this stomach, gastric juice is secreted by the gastric mucosa about 1.2 to 1.5 liter 1.2 to 1.5 liter gastric juice is secreted per day. Digestion in stomach, it is called as gastric digestion, and the bolus enters the stomach through a muscular walls at the top called as cardiac sphincter. The sphincter controls how much food enters the stomach, and when gastric acid softens food particles, texture and digestive enzymes begins hydrolysis of the nutrients. Mechanical mixing occurs by peristaltic waves, which is waves of muscular contraction that move along the stomach wall. That allows mass of food to further mix with the digestive enzymes. Here, chemical digestion are due to gastric juice, and gastric juice are the secretion of gastric glands. Gastric juice mostly contains HCl for acidic media, and second digestive enzyme is pepsin present in the gastric juice. This HCl creates acidic media that is strong enough to dissolve razor blood, and pepsin, this pepsin an enzyme that break down proteins. This pepsin that break down protein. Both of these chemicals could potentially harm the lining of stomach. This pepsin and HCl harms the lining of stomach, so it produces a slimy mucus layer to protect itself from the damage. Here, this pepsinogen is inactive form in the stomach. These pepsinogen are inactive form. Pepsinogen inactive form in stomach. In presence of HCl or acidic media, these inactive pepsin converted into active pepsin, and these active pepsin acts on protein. These active pepsins acts on protein, and proteins are converted into peptones. Here, this pepsin is proteolytic enzyme, acts on protein and converted into peptone. Similarly, in the stomach, the prorenin, these are inactive enzyme. These prorenin inactive enzyme, and in presence of HCl, this prorenin is converted into active renin, and these active renin acts on protein casein from milk protein, and these are converted into para casein. This para casein again combines with calcium. And converted into calcium paracaseinate. converted into calcium paracaseinate. These are chemical reactions conducted during the digestion of the food material. Functions of stomach mainly storage of food, temporary storage of food. Second function, mixing and breaking of food by contraction and relaxation of the muscle layer in the stomach. Digestion of food. Stomach also secretes a mixture of acid, mucus, digestive enzymes that helps to digest and sanitize our food. This is all about the gastric digestion. Thank you.